Hello, I am D-Man, and today we'll be doing a Hunger Games simulator with the Total Drama cast. It's been a hot minute since I did one of these videos, but I thought, you know what? Now's the time to do another one. Let me show you the cast. So, District 1, got Lindsay, Beth, and Tyler. Gotta have Lindsay. District 2, we got like some villains, so we got Alejandro, Heather, and Scott. District 3, got a love triangle, Duncan, Courtney, and Gwen. District 4, we've got Lashawna, Harold, and Cody. District 5, we've got Owen, Noah, and Emma is the only Redonkulous race character, so if you're rooting for the Redonkulous race, you're rooting for Emma. District 6, we got Team Friendship here with Zoe, Mike, and Cameron. District 7 is a bunch of other Revenge of the Island characters, so Dawn, Brick, and Maria. District 8 has Jasmine, Sean, and Max. District 9 has Sky, Dave, and Sugar. District 10 has Bowie, Raj, and Wayne. District 11 has Priya, Julia, and MK. And then finally, District 12 has Scary Girl, Z, and Damien. So, we got 36 characters. Who is going to survive and who is going to die? No idea what's going to happen? Let's proceed. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Owen runs away from the cornucopia. Honestly, fair play. Scary Girl grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. Emery runs as well. MK also runs, and Noah. Duncan finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Not a bad find. Sky throws a knife into Courtney's chest. Damn, that's pretty hardcore. I don't think Courtney survived that one. So, rip. Micah grabs a backpack and retreats. Emma runs away, Beth also runs away, Scott grabs a jar of fishing bait while Zoe gets fishing gear. Okay, guess temporarily maybe they work together. Gwen runs away, Sugar runs away with a lighter and some rope. Fair enough. Alejandro runs away, a lot of people running away. Z breaks Harold's nose for a basket of bread. Damn, Z. Probably did it by like accident too. It's like, oh, oops, sorry, and then just got the bread. Cameron snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag, so we're gonna have Cameron just drunk off his ass. Lindsay runs away. Good. I'm rooting for Lindsay to win, obviously. Raj runs away. Brick runs away. Max runs with the lighter and some rope. Cody runs into the cornucopia and hides. Okay. Heather runs away. Dawn runs away. Damn, we got a lot of... Damn, how many people are running away? I mean, I get it, but like, Jesus. Julie gets a shovel. That's scary. Bowie finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Lashawna runs away. Damien. Wayne. Jasmine scares Tyler away. That's fair enough. Jasmine... tall, athletic, she could kick your ass. Dave cannot handle the circumstances, and oh my goodness, Jesus. I mean, why does it feel like such a Dave way to go out? But like, I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Alright, day 1, we've got Damien tending to Harold's wounds, so Z punched Harold in the face, and then Damien was just like, trying to fix his nose, I guess. Noah strangles Lashawna with a rope. How the hell did Noah, of all people, do that? He must have just caught Lashawna off guard. Wow, okay. Mike receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. I'd imagine from Chef Hatchet, right? Anyways, Wayne constructs a shack. Good for Wayne. Oops. Cody sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Alejandro receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Okay. Sugar also constructs a shack. We got Zoe chasing Tyler. Tyler's just getting chased off by everyone. Bowie searches for a water source, makes sense. Lindsay sprains her ankle while running away from Z. Wearing them boots, Lindsay. No wonder you sprained your ankle. Z somehow he's got some power moves going on. I'm surprised. Emma pushes Max off a cliff during a knife fight. Well, I think it's safe to say Max is fucking dead. Damn, okay, Emma's not playing around. Scott searches for firewood. Jasmine runs away from Priya, okay. Priya... Okay. Sky camouflages herself in the bushes. Oh, I wish it was Sean. Because Sean actually did camouflage in the actual show. Dawn dies of dysentery. Oh, how did you do that? Oh, what the hell? Well, rip Dawn. Not even a fun way to go, just dying of disease. Beth tries to spearfish with a trident. Emphasis on trying. Brick sees smoke rising in the distance, decides not to investigate. Duncan explores the arena. Okay, just cool, fair enough. Heather also tries to spearfish with a trident. Cameron scares Raj off. Okay, that's fair enough actually, because Cameron's quite smart, so I'm sure he could pull some trickery off. Scary girl searching for firewood. Gwen injures herself. I hope she's okay. Sean discovers a river. Well, there's water. There you go, you got water. Owen kills Maria while she is resting. Did he just, like, sit on her or something? that was a joke in poor taste. Julie... No! Oh no! I put Julia and MK together! Oh, I was really hoping they would, like, work together or something. Wow, the ultimate betrayal. Julia throws a knife into MK's chest. Well, that is depressing. 7 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Damn, alright, let's proceed. Night 1. Heather is awoken by nightmares. Harold and Bowie talk about the tributes still alive. That's kind of cool actually. Bowie and Harold. Julia starts a fire. Z sets up camp for the night. Gwen sets up camp for the night. Mike cooks his food before putting his fire out. Fair move. Oh boy, that is a lot of names. Sky, Lindsay, Jasmine, Duncan, and Tyler sleep in shifts. This is a strong... We got Lindsay and Tyler together, that makes sense. Jasmine and Sky makes sense, and I guess Duncan could have, like, you know... This makes sense, actually, I think. Yeah, definitely a bit of a powerhouse group for the most part. Sugar defeats Cody in a fight, but decides to spare his life. It's awfully nice of Sugar. Noah and Wayne sleep in shifts. Beth, Zoe, and Alejandro cheerfully sing songs together. I cannot imagine Alejandro singing cheerfully with Zoe and Beth. That is ridiculous. Emma cooks her food before putting her fire out. Owen stays awake all night. Tough luck. Cameron lets Scary Girl into a shelter. That is a mistake if I've ever heard one. Why would you let Scary Girl in with you? Especially in this sort of competition. Priya climbs a tree to rest. I mean, obviously she could climb the tree. Scott severely injures brick, but puts him out of his misery. Wow, that's sad. I wouldn't have minded seeing Brick winning. To be honest, he's a good man. Sean. Also, we have another person getting severely injured. This time Raj, and Sean puts Raj out of his misery. Bowie is not going to be happy to hear that. Damien quietly hums. What else do you even do? Proceed. Day 2. Emma sprains her ankle running away from Wayne. Sky tries to sleep through the entire day. I imagine she didn't succeed. Julia, Heather, Mike and Sean raid Bowie's camp while he is hunting. Damn. Also, Heather and Julia working together, that's a... Jesus Christ. Damien receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. I'm sure Damien will know how to use it. Gwen sees smoke rising in the distance. Decides not to investigate. Wise move. Cody throws a knife into Scary Girl's head. How did Cody win that? How did he do that? Well, Scary Girl didn't do jack shit, you know. You'd think that Scary Girl would be going on an absolute rampage, but no. She just dies to Cody of all people. Scott and Tyler track down and kill Lindsay. What the fuck are you doing, Tyler? No. Oh, I'm not rooting for Tyler now, that's for sure. Who the hell am I rooting for? You know what? Fuck it. I'm rooting for Damien. We'll see how he does. God damn it. I mean, at least Lindsay made it a day, but that's an even bigger betrayal than Julia and MK, I think. Z Fishers. Good for you, I guess. Priya with the hatchet. That's okay. Jasmine hunts for other tributes. That is scary. All right. Duncan sprains his ankle while running away from Noah. What are you, Duncan? It's no. Alejandro is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Well, okay. Cameron receives fresh food. Sugar, Owen, and Zoe hunt for other tributes. What a bizarre... Owen and Sugar, that makes sense. What is Zoe doing there? Beth ambushes Harold and kills him. Well, damn. Alright. No, Lindsay, why? Proceed. Night 2, Cameron screams for help. I don't think help's coming. Gwen forces Scott to kill Noah or Sky. He decides to kill Sky. Wow, that's pretty hardcore of Gwen. Yeah, I mean, I would... Between Noah and Sky, I mean, Sky's definitely the bigger threat between the two. Sean just goes to sleep. That's nice. Priya sees a fire but stays hidden. Again, I think very wise. Jasmine and Beth tell stories about themselves to each other. Well, that's nice. Owen loses sight of where he is. Owen's just like... He's been staying awake all of last night. He's just like stumbling into success, I feel like. Z and Tyler run into each other and decide a truce for the night. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Except Tyler killed Lindsay, so Sugar thinks about winning. Well, that makes sense for Sugar to think that. Died of hunger. You stupid idiot. Oh my goodness. He died of hunger. I mean, I get it's called the goddamn Hunger Games, but what the fuck? Who am I rooting for now? No, what? I'm gonna root for Z. Z's been pretty. He's pulling himself together, I think. So let's go for Z. Zoe thinks about winning. Mike fends Bowie, Duncan, and Julie away from his fire. Alejandro is awakened by nightmares. Al, Al, wake up, Al. Cody and Emma talk about the tribute still alive. Heather dies from an infection. Well, that's a shit way to go. Wayne receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. I hope Wayne doesn't blow himself up with it. Day 3. Alejandro kills Sean with his own weapon. God damn. Well, that's more like Alejandro, I suppose, but... Damn. Tyler begs for Scott to kill him. He refuses, keeping Tyler alive. Wow, so... These were the two that killed Lindsay. And now maybe Tyler's like seriously regretting it, as just like, Scott, please end me. And Scott's saying no. Stay alive. Okay, maybe Scott pressured Tyler in some way. Feels a bit... I don't have the whole story there. Mike kills Cameron with a hatchet. Did Mike receive a hatchet from a sponsor? I don't remember. But Cameron's dead. Z makes a slingshot. Go Z. Emma camouflages herself into the bushes. Duncan picks flowers. Alright, Duncan. That seems like a valuable time spent. Sugar severely injures Cody, putting him out of his misery. Okay. Jasmine receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Julie... Man, I was talking about like Heather and Julie being like a team, like a powerhouse team, and then they both die from infections. Okay. Gwen receives fresh food. Bree and Wayne split up to search for resources. Okay, that's cool. Just remember, Wayne's got that explosive still. Bowie thinks about home. Yeah. Beth travels to higher ground. Zoe stalks Owen. Interesting. And Noah sees smoke rising in the distance, deciding not to investigate. Alright. Night 3. Scott, Wayne, and Zoe cheerfully sing songs together. I'm surprised Zoe and Scott are working together. I'm surprised Scott is willing to sing along with Wayne and Zoe. Wayne still has explosives. Do you trust that smile on Wayne? That's a crazy smile. Mike and Priya hold hands. Odd. Noah, Beth, Bowie, and Owen tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Okay, this I can definitely see. I mean, we got Noah and Owen, finally, hanging out. Beth, Bowie. Z thinks about home. Cool, you didn't just randomly die. Emma receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Tyler screams for help. Sugar tends to her wounds. Okay, Sugar's been in a few fights, so she has gotten hurt, but she's still in it. Alejandro also tending to his wounds. Jasmine receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Duncan and Gwen run into each other and decide a truce for the night. Let's see if they... let's see if they make out or not. Day 4. Jasmine defeats Tyler in a fight but spares his life. Tyler wants to die at this point, I think. Or at least wanted to die to Scott. I don't know. Z attacks Gwen, but she manages to escape. Props on Gwen, but to be fair, what does a Z attack look like? Like, I'm like, it's like, it's not gonna be that much of an attack. Emma makes a slingshot. Alejandro questions his sanity. That's reasonable, actually, at this point. Day 4, I would, yeah. Noah hunts for other tributes. Oh boy. Mike, Scott, Bowie, and Owen raid Zoe's camp while she is hunting. Mike, what are you doing? Maybe this isn't Mike. Maybe this is like fucking Vito or something. Sugar dies from hunger. Another villain dying from hunger, okay. Wayne falls into a pit and dies. That is such a Wayne death. That's also kind of how they got, that's how Wayne got eliminated in Season 1, kind of, like they fell off the cliff and whatnot. Beth stabs Pri with a tree branch. Oh, wow, okay. And Duncan receives clean water. Only 3 deaths, only 3 deaths. Night 4. Jasmine is unsuccessful at creating a fire. Tyler receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Gwen goes to sleep. Well, good. Zoe and Alejandro sleep in shifts. If they were desperate, which I assume they are, they would work together. Duncan cries himself to sleep. Oh, that's fucking rough. Scott, Emma, Owen and Z tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Hopefully Z, you know, I reckon Z would also tell a story about, like, how he lost his leg. You know, because that's what he actually did in the reboot. Bowie is also unsuccessful at starting a fire. I really can't say that word for some reason. Unsuccessful. Anyways, Beth, Mike, and Noah start fighting, but Mike runs away as Beth kills Noah. Beth is on a hot streak at the moment. Beth killed Priya and now Noah, and Mike ran away. Mike knew Beth was on some crazy shit. Day 5. Beth searches for firewood. Mike questions his sanity. Well, that's not a great thing coming from Mike. Scott defeats Emma in a fight, but spares her life. Well, okay. It's nice of Scott. Owen kills Z with the hatchet. What? No. I'm not picking the right people. Do I root for... You know what? I'm actually gonna root for Beth at this point. You know what? Fuck it. I'm rooting for Beth to win. Beth's on some crazy shit, so let's just hope she keeps it going. Gwen received a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Bowie, Duncan, Zoe, and Jasmine hunt for other tributes. Fuck that. That is a strong, strong team. Tyler tries to spear fish with a trident. Well, at least he didn't, like, spear himself by accident. And Alejandro constructs a shack. Only 2 deaths. Night 5. Scott thinks about home. Emma throws a knife into Mike's chest. God damn. Duncan looks at the night sky. Owen climbs a tree to rest. How did Owen climb a tree? Gwen's trap kills Bowie. Okay. Gwen with some, like, clever stuff going on. Alejandro, Beth, and Zoe sleep in shifts, so that's kind of interesting. Alejandro and Zoe are once again sleeping in shifts, but now we've got Beth joining the group. Tyler tries to sing himself to sleep. And Jasmine climbs a tree to rest. Oh, alright. We have the feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Emma is unable to convince Beth to not kill her. I'm telling you, Beth's on some crazy shit. Jasmine decides not to go to the feast. Owen convinces Gwen not to kill him, only to kill her instead. Wow, Owen's a dick. Zoe spears Alejandro in the abdomen. Well, there goes them working together. Tyler decides not to go to the feast, honestly fair. Duncan not going to the feast, Scott not going to the feast. Day 6. Duncan and Zoe split up to search for resources. Tyler goes hunting. Scott poisons Beth's drink, but mistakes it for his own and dies. No, that's funny. Owen questions his sanity, that's reasonable. Jasmine hunts for other tributes. 6 cannon shots. We're getting to the end here, I think. There's only a couple of characters left. Let's see who's got the most kills. Beth with 4 kills. Holy shit. Owen with 3 kills. Jasmine has not killed anyone. Jasmine and Duncan have not killed anyone. Yeah, holy crap. Beth has killed 4 people and Owen's killed 3. Owen! Zoe, Tyler, and Duncan get into a fight. Zoe triumphantly kills them both. Oh, okay. Zoe got that plot armor. I'm just joking. Beth receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Owen tries to treat his infection. It's a bit concerning. And Jasmine cannot... Can't read that. Beth bashes Zoe's head in with a mace. Holy shit. And then Owen dies trying to escape the arena. I'm guessing that's it. Beth is the winner. Well, I finally, after like the 4th try, I finally picked the right person. The winner is Beth, with a whopping 5 kills, with Owen in 2nd, Zoe in 3rd, Jasmine 4th. There's a lot of, like, finalists. Like, Beth's finalist, Owen's a finalist, Zoe's a finalist, Duncan's a finalist, Alejandro, Gwen are finalists. Yeah, well, there we go. That was cool. It's nice to do that. We get the entire thing. We got statistics, yeah. Shamey, I'll be honest, I actually put in some modified events, and I never saw any of them, because I put some modified events. I just added, like, a few, like, Player 1 finds a worthless Chris McLean immunity idol. I was hoping to see at least one of them. I never saw any of them, which is a shame, but it's like a 3 out of 50, so it is what it is. And anyways, yeah, that was the Total Drama Hunger Games. Beth was the winner. If you liked this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.